Okay, welcome back guys. So now let's kind of make another placeholder for the upper part of the head. So let me just put this reference on the side. Just to, I think I can just work with just this alone. I think this gives me a clear idea of what I want to do. So maybe working with this alone. Let me put this by the side. So them standard. Okay, select the head. So now I need to max out where the hair should grow out from. So I can actually extract that. So I'm going to be using the max lasso. So it's pretty much the same technique like the previous lesson also. So let me just kind of go around and kind of max this properly. Just something like around here should be fine. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, the back looks good. Alright, so let me just max out this parts and kind of redo that again. I'm going to redo that again, something like so. No, that went into the ear. I don't want it to go into the ear. Okay, I can just modify this a bit more, like so. Okay, that's fine. So let's see. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, just check this through again to be sure. Max out this part. I'm gonna make the max a bit closer to the ear. Exclude some part of the ear also. Alright. Let me isolate this. So I need to exclude the beard and then the eyebrow also. Let me just exclude this. Alright, let's see. Let me exclude. I need to exclude. I think I'll use the. Let me see if I can do this. Kind of exclude out the ear. Okay. So I need to bring back some part of the back of the ear. Yeah, something like this. That should be fine. Maybe even closer. Let me get this even closer, like so. And kind of add some addition around. That's just way too much. Probably use the pen to increase the brush size. Now the brush size is not increasing as much as it should. I need to turn on dynamic brush. Double click on that. Just actually triple click on that. So now I have a dynamic brush now that kind of adapts to the size of our model. You can get this, max this out like so. So like you should be fine. Oh, the eyebrow is actually in there also. Let me kind of deselect the eyebrow. So I'll max that out. Okay. Let's see what we have now. We have an issue on the ear. There's actually an issue on the ear. And I need to exclude out the maxing for the ear. Let me just max this out even more. And do the same for the ear also. Do this again. Yeah, still catching the ear. So let me just get the closer view in there. Kind of max that out completely with our pencil. Holding Control and Alt. So I'll do a more intense unmaxing of that. That should be fine. Yeah, something like this now should work. Okay. So I would accept this. I will accept this. Alright, now this should be on a new sub tool on its own already. Which is exactly what we want. So now we'll Control Shift and select the top poly group. Then I think I'm going to mark this, invert the selection, bring everything, Control Shift and click out, bring everything back out. Okay, so let me see if I can scale this out. I'll turn off symmetry for this. Let me see if I can scale this outward. Let me see. Now it's not scaling the way I want it to. Let me use the deformation and use probably even the inflate balloon. So let's try the inflate balloon. Let me just increase this by just a little to see what the effect that gives us. This doesn't seem to do much actually. Oh, it's there, but not so much. Let me increase that a bit. It's going, feels like it's going inwards on the negative. Let me do this on the positive instead. Or let me just try the inflate. Let me just try the regular inflate. Try the regular inflate. Okay, that seems fine. So I'll just keep doing this. I'll just keep doing this some more just until I have the desired thickness I want for this. Okay. Let's check in this. Yeah, okay. That seems fine. So I think I can start working on this now. That seems good enough to work with. Just now I can just smooth this out even more. Just take down let me try this normal regular smooth. Let me see what that does. Okay. Just checking this to be sure. Okay. I think I'll just use the normal regular smooth now. So now I can bring in the alpha in here. I think I'll just use this one instead. No, this one should be, this longer one should be fine. This should be fine. And I can start carving out some kind of air sculpted shape in there. It doesn't have to be precise. It's just like a placeholder in there. Then I'll kind of make sure I kind of follow the direction of a realistic hair for this, just to have that realistic flow of hair around it. Okay, and all the way to the back. So more or less like adding like a kind of S curve in there. Let me start from the center. Now this is not affecting the other side, so I need to mirror this to the other side. So I'll just go to geometry, modify topology. Should be on modified topology then. Mirror and weld. So now I should have this on the other side now. It's because I was looking on this on the left hand side, so it's kind of mirror the effect to the right hand side. So now I have symmetry turned on now, so I'm just going to do this symmetrically. Okay, and just keep doing this, trying to using an idea of how the flow should be, because I've kind of done a few XGen airs before, so I kind of have an idea of how the directional flow of the air should be. Though when we're kind of creating air instead of XGen, we're still going to look for some more reference images to kind of back this up, but I think for now this feels good enough to work with. Just following the directionality of this feels good enough to work with. So now I can use the dem standard to kind of accentuate some of the alpha pattern of hair we have in here. So I kind of accentuate that with the dem standard. Doesn't need to be too aggressive though. Doesn't need to be too aggressive, but just to carve out something in there regardless. No, that's just bit too. No, that's a bit too much. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, I think that should be fine. That looks good though. Maybe I should just maybe I can see the same alpha to kind of do this for the edges. And maybe even on top of this even more. It's kind of add more, like it's gonna kind of have another extra layer of hair alpha on top of this. Just to fill up those gaps in between. Something like this should be fine. Okay. Yeah, this feels much better now. Okay, so let me just drop in a sphere in here. So I'll drop in a sphere in here to create the center part of the hair. So let me just select that from the subtool panel, then scale this up, kind of get this on top of the head. And I'm going to manipulate the shape a bit more just to have something close to the reference image. I think let me just zoom out like so. Can get a closer view on this. Yeah, something like this should be fine. Okay. So now kind of use this reference image as a guide to kind of block out the actual form for this, the actual placeholder for this. So I'm kind of pushing this closer to the forehead. So you can see how let me just adjust this like so, just to capture the flow of that, symmetrical, that's fine. Okay. So the hairline should be around there, which is fine. Okay, there are no subtools, there are no subdivision level in there, that's fine. Just squash this down like so. Then I think I'll start pushing this all the way back. So let me just zoom back. Oh, I need to be on symmetry. Let me undo this. Let me turn on symmetry for this. Let me do this symmetrically. Alright. Okay, that seems fine. I'll smooth this down. So I kind of get in there slowly. Okay. Just use the edge polish to kind of polish this even more. Just to have an angle to it before I start modifying this more. So with the move, let me please move topological. I can kind of push the frontal part upwards a bit more. Okay. Then I will need to smooth this in. Alright, we'll just keep refining this both with symmetry turned on and symmetry turned off. I'm modifying this until we kind of get the shape we're looking for. The idea for this is just to conceptualize what we can see in here. Then later we'll begin to refine it even more. So now I'm just trying to capture the silhouette of the hair itself. Try to capture the silhouette of the hair, of the shape of the hair. Once I capture the silhouette of the shape of the hair, then I can start working a bit more detailing that kind of capture the depth of the hair, just like it is in the reference image. And just you do it polish and polish this even down a bit more, like so, smooth it out. Polish this even more, smooth out. Okay, now it feels like a cap now, but no worries. we'll get the shape we need from this. Now smooth this out. Okay, let me just polish this down even more, smooth it out, just to have a sharp angle to that before modifying it. I think I can use the move brush now, kind of move topological brush, kind of adjust this. I think I might be turning on symmetry now. I might just have to turn off symmetry and then do more corrections on this. So let me start carving out some depth in there. Let me carve out some of the depth I can find in there. So here we have some kind of S curve around here. So I kind of dig that in like so. No, let me redo that. Let me go from this direction and go around all the way down like so. Okay, that's fine. Kind of accentuate that even more, just to capture the depth in there. Okay, I'm gonna adjust this even down some more, just to have this to kind of have that kind of S form in there, as you can see. Then for the back also, let me just adjust this even more, kind of make this a little bit thinner. And I'll smooth that out. So like so, it should be fine. Okay. Right. So I can always adjust this later on if we want to. You can always modify this as much as we want. So let me add another depth in here. You can see another depth in here, like so. Push this out. Okay. So we're still far from calling this done. There's still a lot we can do in here. So something like so, just to flow that flow that is on top. Something like so. Okay. Like so also. Curve this in here like so. Something like this should be fine. Before we start making some other adjustment on it. So since I've marked out the landmark of the depth on this, we can now begin to refine it even more to make it look a bit better than the way it is right now. So I'll just increase the subdivision level and delete the lower version of the subdivision level, just to have more density, just to have more polygon density to this to work with. Let me use the clay builder brush. I kind of have like a kind of directional hairs on this before using the alpha on top of this. That seems to fill everything up. Let me carve that depth inside there again. Okay. Add like another extra layer of depth in between the one we've already established initially. Something like so. In here also. Like so. So now I can start using the alpha now to kind of carve out more details for this. So this one should be a bit longer because there are longer hairs in here. So I won't just build the width at the edit for the short hair. So this needs to go have a bit of a distance to it. Let me turn off lazy mouse for this. That feels too aggressive. Let me just take down the intensity. Something like this should be fine. Kind of follow the directionality of the hair in there. Like so. Like so. Okay. Like so. Something long. I'm going to make it long because there are no shorts here. There are no shorts. This hair are not too short. So we need to the flows be kind of a bit longer on this. Let me kind of fill this up even more. Just make this come out even more like it is in a reference image. Then you can add that in. So kind of following the flow. I'm kind of following the flow that we've already established on top of this. No, let me do that again. We need to capture that flow. Yes? Okay. I think we're almost done with this. Almost done with this. I think this we have now like a good blockout for this. At least this is a good blockout to use as a placeholder when kind of working with the hair instead of XGen to kind of get this to kind of hold the guides because I'll be drawing the guides on top of these placeholders. So let me kind of do this again like so. And I'll use the dem standard brush to kind of refine this a bit more. Yeah, it doesn't look too great, but we don't need it to be too great. We just need it to be like a placeholder to kind of carve out our air guides on top of this instead of Maya. And just adjust the proportion of this like so. Just make the other side a bit lower. No, undo that. Okay. Yeah, this should work. Let me just tilt this just to make the shape feel uneven and not too symmetrical. Because I want to kind of add like a demarcation in there, like a demarcation in. I want to add this demarcation in there. So I use the dem standard brush, kind of add like a demarcation around there. Like so. Then I will kind of go click on the bottom one. Then I'll kind of use dem standard brush, kind of make a gap in between there. So I kind of dig that in even more with the larger brush size. Yeah, so just to have some gap in there. Select this also. Maybe kind of fill this up to bring some of them back out. Something like so. Dig this in even more. Okay. Yeah, that seems fine. Maybe this extra part of the air that is kind of like a flyaway. Maybe I'll just add that. I'm sure you guys get the general idea already, so you can go add that on your own if you want to. But I'll be adding this in here, and then I'm going to show you guys how I added it. It kind of took a longer time than I expected to kind of get that shape to kind of get that shape in there. But just let me just do it that way. So I think I'll be using the curve tubes. Using the curve tubes for this. Let me draw something out like so. No. I want to turn off symmetry. Symmetry should be turned off. Then I'll take down the brush size and I'll draw something out again. Yeah, something like this, and I can begin to modify this even more. I can keep modifying this until I get the shape I want. Okay, so just click split on max points. So that will split that into a separate subtool. Then I can select that now. No, I need to erase. I need to erase this. I need to erase that curve. Let me go to stroke. Should be on stroke. Curve should be not here. Let me curve modifier. No, no. Should be on curve function. Yes, delete. So that's fine. Select this now. Then let me see if I can just move this in place first before smoothing this in. Now just move this in like so. Just to have it taper at the end. Something like this, and I'll begin to modify this even more. Continue making some modifications until I have something close enough to what I'm looking for. So I'm kind of shrink this in even more. No, that's way too much. Let me kind of use the inflate. No, something like so. A bit more. Yeah, something like this should be fine. Then I can start making some. Then I'll continue making corrections on this. Okay. Think I'll modify this even more to kind of make it even thinner, a bit thinner because it's like fly away, so they should be a bit thinner than the way it is right now. No, no, let me do that. That was way too much. Let me thin this out like so. Even on the side. Then maybe I can start adding the alpha in there to kind of get a flow to it. This feels weird. Let me kind of adjust this, push this way. Okay, something like this should be fine. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a placeholder. It's just basically a placeholder on top of this. Okay, then I'll just push this in like so. It's gonna kind of get the silhouette of this properly. Then take down the brush size and try to add in this alpha in there like so. Okay, maybe this should be fine. It doesn't need to be perfect, just a placeholder. So let me adjust this also. That was too thick. Let me kind of thin this out like so. Okay, probably something like this. I might even have to even duplicate this also. So I will just hold control and drag that out, shrink that in, push this closer, and then even stretch it out even a bit more. Tilt it this way. Now push it down, stretch it out. It should be longer, and this one also needs to be thinner than the previous one that was in there. So let me try to thin this out also. So we're going to go to the modifier, the deformation, and try to shrink this in even more. Let's try the inflate on a negative value to shrink that in. That's way too much. Something like this should be fine. Shrink this in, extend this out even more. Maybe I can use my brush to let me smooth this in, let me smooth it even more, to kind of shrink it down some more. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Probably even polish this even more. Let me use the polish instead. Let's see what that gives us. Okay, I'm just kind of move this and then add that on top of this, and then we should kind of go, let me take down the brush size. Something like this should be fine. So this should just be the second placeholder for the flywheels, and we can call this done for now. So basically done with the hair. The next thing is to kind of detail the shirts just a bit more and kind of refine the shape a bit more. Maybe even work on the nose, make the nose a bit larger than it is right now. I'm just gonna, you can also make some corrections on your own that you feel maybe I did not correct before moving on to the next thing. Probably even the next one will be about even the eyes, but we'll see, we'll see. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson. So bye for now.